Hey everybody, welcome back. It is I, Uncle Greg, aka the Free American Spirit. Today we're talking about the first thing you should buy on your build of your pressure washing system. Once again, tips in here will help you for other businesses. And so I'm going to show you how I save money on my trailer. Now, I personally did not buy this first. I've been gathering parts for months, use, scratch and dent, whatever, but I already knew what my car can pull, the weight. I knew what size I wanted, and I'd also been through this a couple times, so I knew how everything would fit. So this is a 6x8 trailer. A lot of people start off with a 5x8 trailer. Obviously, an aluminum trailer would be better. They're way expensive, but I got this one used from Tractor Supply. Now, if you look at that price tag right there, it says $16.99. Luckily for me, I had been in Tractor Supply beating them up for scratch and dents for a while, and I just happened to go by the trailers and I saw this one. And the first thing I noticed was this little wheel right here was sitting on this side. So it was a little donut wheel and it's bald. And then this rim had a tire on it that was so completely wore down that, I mean, metal was all the way around the tire. And that was sitting up in here. So obviously, when I bought new tires, I put that one back on and I got this little weirdo one for a spare, which is nice. I also noticed that that ring right there tells me the guy probably uses for pressure washing. So I go over and I say, "Hey, Tractor Supply manager lady," I said, "what's going on with this trailer? How much can you give me off on?" Or I said, "How much is going on?" Gosh, retake. I said, what is going on with this trailer?" And the manager lady sitting there with one of her workers says, "Oh, that was brought back in." I said, "Well, what's the deal with the tires?" Well, the guy said, that it couldn't carry the weight. There's too much weight and wore the tires out. So he just put that spare on and brought it back. And fortunately for me, the worker that was standing next to me said, "Yeah, he brought it back and we had to deem it unworkable or unusable," or some term she used. Ding, 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 winner, winner, chicken dinner. So I said, "Hey," I said, this may have serious issues with the spindles, or it could have serious issues with the axle, you know, and I already see there's, it's scratched up and whatever. And the lady's trying to say, "Oh, he only used it once." And in my mind, I'm going, "No, no, sweetheart. He didn't know he used it once. This guy did a couple jobs with it or did some heavy hauling or did whatever he was doing. It didn't get this much beat up and rust and stuff like that because he used it once." And he had the cojones to bring it back with wore out tires and this rusted up spares and a stained ring, and they refunded his money. Unbelievable. In my day, that ain't gonna happen. So, anyways, she goes, "Well, we can take like 15% off." I said, "You gotta be kidding me." I said, "I'm buying a trailer that may not even run good. I don't know if the bearings are crushed or the spindler's bad." So, anyways, they did a little huddle and said they had to talk to the main lady at Regional or whatever, and they came back with $899, 16.99, magically down to $8.99. In fairness, I had to go straight away, okay, and put those two tires on. They were like $80 a piece plus mounting or whatever. So let's just say 200. So 200 and round off to 900. That's $1,100, and then tax, title, whatever, and the taxes. You're up to about $1,200. Whereas tax tag title, whatever, you would have been up to about 1,800 and change. So cha-ching, good savings. Now I want to point out, and before I point this out, do a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, hit those bell notifications. And yes, I do ask people to buy stuff from Amazon or links I put up, but I'm not like those freaky YouTubers that are telling you to buy their blueprint manual and their super secret plans and their CRMR program and all this other nonsense you don't need that they're making a ton of money on, and they're only giving you a little bit of information. I'm giving you lots of information, and if you use one of those links, it costs you absolutely nothing, and it brings you videos like this. So back to it. I'm going to tape this off, right? So I got some painter's tape. I taped that off. I got that paint right there that I'm working on another little trailer for my bird. But I've already painted all that and there's like a half gallon left. So I'm going to paint this. Now that's optional. If you don't have paint, you don't have to paint it. Okay. And I will tell you, don't put it on a credit card. You know, there's other ways to buy a trailer cheap. Most people go and get it on Facebook or Craigslist or Facebook local areas. Also, you need to make sure that it fits your car. Most guys get the little 5x8. That trailer hauls about 1,200 pounds. Dry weight, that's real important. Dry weight is about 650 pounds. Dry weight means what this trailer weighs with nothing in it. Okay. So you got the 650 pounds dry weight, and it can haul 1,250 pounds for a gross vehicle of 2,500. So you need to make sure your car can pull that. This one is 750 pounds, will haul 2,500. Now, because my car is such a weenie little car, that Jeep, I got to be real careful on how much I pull. It pulls this trailer. This track's good, pulls it with no problem, but never, ever, ever overload your trailer. So what I'll have is the bleach, it's a surfactant tank and all that. But when I'm leave a job, I will always empty the water. So you're going to figure a 50-gallon bleach tank is 400 pounds, 4 1/4, whatever, 8 gallons and something, 8 pounds and something a gallon. Then when you fill up your 55 or 65-gallon water tank or whatever size, even bigger, if you have a bigger pressure washer, that's going to be another 400 to 600, 800 gallons, whatever. Then you're going to have 5-gallon buckets of different things or gallons of different chemicals and cleaners and whatever. Your pressure washer by itself is going to be 140 pounds. Your hose reel is going to be anywhere from 30 to 50 pounds just by itself, and then add a hose to it, another 30 pounds. You know, so you have a couple of those, it starts adding up. Make sure you don't exceed your towing limit. And when you do your towing limit, that includes you in the car, okay? Your helper, if you have one in the car, and any other junk you put in the car. So if you have 500 pounds of supplies in your car and you have 2,500 pounds on this particular trailer, which is its limit, you're over by 500 pounds, you're asking for problems. Okay, I will keep that, and I'll put a little jack in my car. So if I have a flat, I can go on about my business. So I hope this video gives you some real help. There's other little things I got to fix on here, like that little latch back there. This one slides in real easy. And then this one back here, I had to already take a drill and waller it out, and it just barely goes in. So I'm probably going to cut that off and actually move it up. But for now, it works because I'm never letting this down anyways, for the most part. So, you know, guys, if the reason I'm telling you to buy your trailer first, which was the main reason for this, and hopefully you waited till the end. If you buy a trailer and you're a guy, this pertains to you, those of you like me that have no money, okay, when I started out. If you buy this trailer, you can do a lot of things. You can do some yard cleanup. You can throw a lawnmower in here and do some yard work. You can haul junk away from people's houses or garage cleanouts a little at a time. You can move appliances and things like that for people. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with this little trailer, and you can make money. So if you already have a job and you only saving 50, 100 bucks a month towards your pressure washing business, here again, this is back to dedication and commitment. You need to get a part-time job, and you can like kind of build a little part-time job. All the Facebook local marketplaces, you can put in there. And don't forget, don't get a business listing on Google saying Billy Bob trash hauling or garage clean out or whatever, because when you go to change it to Billy Bob's pressure washing, you're going to have a crisis on your hands. Trust me. Anywho, so that's one way you can make a bunch of little cash, and that's dedication, because you're not going to be able, this particular bill is going to be about 5 to 6 grand, even with all the money saving tips I'm going to give you later. But you may, have a smaller pressure washer, and we're going to go over those when I show the pressure washer and the reels and whatever. So yours could be, 2,000 less. I'll tell you why I bought things and why, and you know, and what the reasoning is behind it, and why I recommend you buy something similar. But that's, everybody's in their own thing, man. Okay. So, and I want to bring up one more word about these YouTubers. And this is probably going to tee everybody off the most, and most people aren't going to watch this anyway. So this is actually going to get a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Really doesn't matter to me, but just do one or the other. And that is when these companies that are selling all these products, the CMRs, the secret plans, this, that, the other, they do give you some free information. They give you just enough, and they show all the flashy stuff and tell you how you can make $5,000 a day or a week or whatever. And they're banking on you buying all this stuff. Okay, you're new. You have no money. So you have to start from the beginning. That's long hours, that's hard work, maybe even working for pressure washer people for free to learn the ropes. And you need to figure out which of these influencers is BSing you, and quit watching those and go down to the guys that are just saying, hey, here's how I do this, here's how I do that. It may not be all the correct information, but if you watch enough of those, you'll kind of figure out like this guy's, telling me the wrong stuff. He's just putting way too much bleach and nuking the stuff and whatever. So, you're not their target. They're not going to turn around and help you out. And I can guarantee you right now, none of the suppliers, when I'm putting this together, are going to call up and say, hey, Greg, I want to help some of these brand new people that are really struggling and they're committed. Because when we get this going, I want to see you guys, what you're buying, what you're doing, post what you did that week. And every week you should have a goal. This week I'm buying a couple fittings. Next week I'm buying the Hudson valve. 10 weeks from now, I'm buying a used pressure washer or a 4-gallon a minute pressure washer or whatever. 8 weeks from now, I'm buying this and that, the soft wash system, after that. And it's little goals first, and you just keep accumulating parts. I'll know who's doing whatever. And if any of these guys who say they love you and how great they are and they make millions, I don't want them to sponsor me, but I'll guarantee you none of them will call and say, hey, Greg, you know what? I see these guys are really responding and whatever, and we're going to donate, a hose reel and 100-foot hose, and you pick out the guy and we'll ship it to him. Or, hey, Greg, we're going to help Billy Bob because we really see he's struggling and trying hard, and he's actually out there working with this crappy 2-gallon a minute pressure washer, busting his hump. His truck is falling apart, and we're going to give him a brand new 4-gallon pressure washer. And not even big item tickets. Hey, Greg, we're going to give these people a Hudson float valve kit or an X-Jet kit or a 100-foot hose, whatever. We'll see if they respond. I doubt it. Share the videos. Put in your video comments. Say, hey, you big guys, look at this. And I'm sure they'll try to crucify me, but I don't care, man. Because, they don't run my life. They don't run your life. Okay. And I understand a lot of them are good people and they're trying to make money. God bless them. It's the American way. And I'm just not an empire builder anymore or whatever. I never was. When I started my businesses, I was determined to be just my own or maybe another 1 or 2 trucks in those guys. And that's a whole can of worms. And that was the biggest headache of my life. And that just wasn't me. That doesn't mean you don't have a plan and you outline it. And, not only are you going to have 4 or 5 trucks, you're going to have 2 or 3 locations, and then you're going to build it into franchising. But whatever you do when you get that big, don't start scamming all these people, selling them the blueprint and selling them the super secret whatever, and telling them to, buy all this marketing and SEO and social media crap that they can't afford, number one. And number two, damn well they're working with these people and they're getting part of the action. That's all fine. They can do that. God bless them. But I'm hoping that when you get real successful, you're not that guy. You're real successful and you see some guy really struggling or lady, and she's out there busting her ass and you say, you know what, I'm going to help you buy a little trailer, or I'm going to help you buy a better pump, or I'm going to do whatever, and you do it anonymously, you know what I'm saying? These guys, if they donated to you through my channel and they ship it to you, they'll get free advertising. It's not big advertising. My channel isn't big, but they'll get something out of it. So anyways, guys, on the next video, I'm going to show you the next things. Thank you for listening to me drone on and on. And I'm going to paint this and you'll see what it looks like in the next video. Later, Gators.